Hello traders, welcome back to another episode of HM Trading Course. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you have not checked out the free trading playlist, I put it in the descriptions for you. Now, before we start here, let me know how many accounts you have blown, right, because of trading the news, or you are unaware about the news and that's just sudden spike and make you losing your account. So comment down below, let me know how many accounts you have blown because of the new high impact news. You don't find this clean trade on Go every day, right? Yeah, you don't find this kind of trade every day, alright? This is happen during high impact news. Make sure not to skip the video and watch till the end if you want to know my secret of trading the high impact news without blowing my account. So here's the list and examples of the high impact news for trading. We have NFP, FOMC, GDP, CPI, all the big names here that you can see on the screen. So you can drop it down if you want, alright? Just to aware of, if you see this news on Forex Factories, make sure you be aware of that while you are trading. There are still many other economic data news that's not listed here, but there's some few news that you need to be extra careful of, or you need to be extra aware of. So the first one gonna be the non-farm payrolls, which is NFP. NFP usually released on the first Friday of every month and provides information of the numbers of jobs added or lost in the US economy. So it directly affects the strength of the US dollar and the US dollar economy. Next one is the FOMC meeting, alright? The Federal Open Market Committee meeting that's gonna be held several times of the years. It's related on the interest rates related to the monetary policies. FOMC gonna bring high impact during the meeting itself, and actually it will bring towards the next days for the meetings, and the momentum and volume gonna be still be there right after the meeting if the news release or if the updates from the FOMC meeting is super impactful. And we have CPI, Consumer Price Index. The CPI is a measure of inflations. So take note that CPI gonna bring in a lot of momentum and volume as well. Alright, so definitely these three news that you need to be extra aware of. So why do you need to learn how to trade the news? Because during the news, there's gonna be high volume, there's gonna be strong momentums. It's either you try to learn a way to trade the news, or you totally avoid trading the news at all. Before I start, I want to let you know the way that I don't suggest you to do, the way that I don't suggest you to trade the news. I know some traders out there, right, that will put buy stop and sell stop before the news when they see a range like this, right? They will put a buy stop above the range and sell stop below the range. I don't suggest any new traders or beginners trying to trade this way because it's just pure gambling at this point of time. One thing is the spread gonna be widened during the news or before the news. And also second thing is there's gonna be a huge spike during the news. So what can be happen on your account is if you place a buy stop here, right, it might trigger your buy stop and go up a little bit with a fake move and go down and trigger your sell stop, and then eventually go up again. So at this point of time, probably the account has been gone, right? The account is blown. So this is not a long-term way of trading the news because it's very dangerous. So you might be lucky once or twice. Let's say today it hit your buy stop and straight up one direction to the upside. But if you continue trading this way, eventually one day the account will be gone, right? It will be blown because you are trying to predict the news, placing buy stop or sell stop, right? Trying to trick the market, but ended up being tricked by the market itself. Another way that I don't suggest you to do is actually trying to predict the news, which is when you look at the calendars, the forest factory, and you look at the forecast, alright, and you look at the data. Maybe some of you guys compare to previous data and look at previous results, and you try to predict the data from the news and place a buy or sell before the news. So what can be happen here is basically when you look at the actual release, right, and the actual data, and you move back to your chart, most probably the price is already moved, right? The price already moved according to the data release. So the moment you're trying to catch the moves after the data release or try to predict the move, it can be already happen at the end of the time. So I don't suggest that you to just based on the data, right, the forecast and the actual data that is released and place a buy or sells on the release or before and trying to predict it. So stop trying to predict the news and stop relying too much on the data that shows from the news release itself. Instead, stay focused on the price actions after the news release. So let me show you how am I gonna actually trade the news. First, stop trading before the 5 minutes of the news. This including holding a trade, because the SL you have planned out, the SL you put will not be respected if there is a huge spike. Instead, I will actually wait for 5 minutes after the high impact news release. The volatility tend to settle down, but volume is still there. So I will look for a trade 5 minutes after the high impactful news release, and the spread is back to normal, and setting a stop loss can really work without a big slippage or a big spike. So let me show you some live trading examples that how I trade the news, how I trade the high impactful news. It's not a replay buttons I play on TradingView, so it's a actual live trading results from trading the high impact news. Right? Let's see. Let's go. So I have a buy stop at 28. Okay, so not much to worry. But if this candlestick flip, right, I might be in around the candlestick flip here in this 5 minutes. So let's say I put a buy stop at 28 and then set my stop loss at 24. Right? Let's see. Let's go. So I have a buy stop at 28 and a stop loss at 24. 24.5. So let's see. All right, still dropping down. I'm not buying yet. I have a buy stop on the flip here. 28 is my buy stop with a 35 pip stop loss. I think reasonable. So I'm expecting a continuation up later on at this point. Right, I'm in guys. Right, I'm in. Please, this is a super high risk trade here. Right, this is a super high risk trade. So please do not copy trade blindly. Trade at your own risk. And I can be wrong here, because if this do not break out, then it can be hitting my stop loss. Right, let's see. I'm expecting a strong continuation for gold because of the fundamentals. Only one trade here. I'm buying on the breakout today because high volume. Dang. Let's see what. It's control within 35 pips. 35 pips stop loss. I'm not changing my stop loss, not layering at all. So I'm close to my break-even point, around 29.5. I'm gonna be break-even, guys. If it surpass my level, then I will put a break-even. So let's see. We still have some room for it to grab liquidity, but we need a strong push here. My TP right now, I'm looking at least 30, right? 20, 30 is my first TP, but if you're strong momentum up, then I'll just leave the trade for more. But I can't assure because it's still coming back. The momentum is not strong yet, but I believe risk, right? Trade at your own risk, have your own stop loss and risk management. Yo, is it like a no bottom wick here? You check, right?
Yes, it is.
I don't like no bottom wick, man, guys.
It's kind of slow, man. Yo, welcome back, guys. Hello.
So let's see. Up 20 pips, and I'm not closing anything yet, right? So let's go for break even first. So this trade is gonna be TP, trade profit, or just BE, right? That's it. Not risking anymore. I'm gonna observe. Let's say I'm gonna find a level on daily point of view. Let it run towards 80, 2032. Again, I close 50% here, not most, I close 50%. Alright, so if the price continue pushing, I'll just let it be. Just let it be.
It's still pushing up.
Still pushing up. I just gonna leave it towards, let's say 33. 33, I'm gonna close through. 33,
Damn.
33. And another 20 pips, I planning to close through. Let it push, let it push. Since
Yeah,
our
let it
entry is quite far away, so let's see. At this point, I think I will just go for market exclusions. Any pullback or any flip at the 5 minute, I will take a sell. Right, the risk here I'm calculating here. So I will say if my entry were around 23 area, I will say the stop loss can be 25.5 or 26. Right, during the 15-minute flip. Right, I don't expect a 15-minute candlestick flip, so I want to put us. Oh, is it flipping?
I doubt so, but 5 minutes closing soon. Let it be.
All right. It pushed down
nice.
first. It's pushed down first. All right, pulling up. Not yet. I'm not in yet. Right. So let's see. Will it slow down a bit for me? I'm setting a stop loss around 27. I would say 27 or 28. Right. But if 30-minute flip, sorry, then forget about that.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, but if this reject a bit or like half of this candlestick, I might consider to enter with a risk that is above. Let me see. Risk above 27 will be fine. But it's retracing. All right. So I'm chilling first. All right. Not entry.
You're right.
Entry yet.
Yeah, just shooting.
24, 27.
Yeah, MMF allow you to trade during news like now, and you can hold through the weekends.
All right, I'm selling at 24. Perhaps I think another break. 27,
yeah,
28. Not yet. It did not came to 24. So I'm setting a sell stop at 24. All right, sell stop at 24 with a 30 pip stop loss. 27. Right. Let's see will this hit. Right, this is a sell stop that I'm setting. So we are looking for something like this. And I would say the take profit point to be safe, just go for 20 pips, and definitely you want to break even. All right, like now it's moving on. Moving on with 10 points. All right, 10 pips. Okay, 10 pips. Oh, we used to 30. All right, 10 pips. So around 15 pips, I'm gonna set my break even. Yeah. And 5 minutes closing in bearish soon, so I think it's gonna be good for it to close bearish. Right, hopefully not coming back. I'm not in break even yet, so let's see. Dang, don't come back though. Right now we are at 20 pips, and I'm setting my break even here and my entry 24. Right, so 15 pips of profit. We are at break even. So I would say we can look into 20 pips profit, close partial, and let it run here. I'm closing partials at 20 pips point. I would say almost right now. So
at this point, you can refill. I mean, you can fill up the wicks all the way to the bottom. All right.
I'm closing 80%. I did close 80% here, and then just let the 20% run. Let's see.
Let it be.
Close 80%.
5 minutes closing soon with a strong bearish candle. At this point, it can be a potentially continuation to the downside. Right.
What a trade today. Trying to collect the data. Right, 1820. Let me set a TP. Let's fucking go. 5 pips away. 5 pips away. Right, 5 pips away. I'll just let it move towards my. Come on. All right. You know what? 2 pips away. I'm not waiting. I'm closing.
Yeah, bro. You just close out, bro.
I'm closing.
It's like yesterday, man.
You don't find this clean trade on Go every day, right? Yeah, you don't find this kind of trade every day, all right? This is happened during high impact news. So as you can see how I actually trade the news, and I'm gonna explain what is behind the trades right now. So if you guys see a consolidations or a range before the news, something like this, right, the price is struggling to break through anyway, right, to the upside or downsides, and we have a resistance on top as a key level, and we have a resistance at the bottom as a key level. So let's say the price, anywhere of the price breakthrough, all right, to the upside or to the low side, all right. When I mean breakthrough, it means that the candlestick closed above the range. So this is an example how the candlestick closed above the range, right? It can based on 5-minute candlestick or 15-minute candlestick. So bear in mind this works if only if the momentum is gonna push the price in one direction strongly with a high volume, right? So if the price or the news release, right, is not gonna be certain on the direction, is up and down without a high volume, right, basically still consolidating, then this is not the way to trade it. So this is a continuation breakout trade 5 minutes after the news, and we are actually expecting a continuation, a strong continuation, because it's a post-news trade. If the momentum is strong, it's gonna push the price continue to the upside, or pushing the price to the downside even more. So let's say the price did not break the high and did not break the low, right? So the price is basically just moving inside a range, right? Breaking the low and then coming back here is just making some fake outs instead of breakout. So at this point, I would suggest try not to trade the breakout. Instead, wait for another 15 minutes after the news or 30 minutes after the news when the volume and volatility is more settled down. Then look for the setup with confirmations. So before we end, I'll give you the last examples of the recent trades of the news trading. So let's check it out. Oh, just a one drop. All the CPI's NFP news, right? So we'll do it 5 minutes after the news, and then if a strong momentum, we try to write the continuations. All right. So let's see. If 5 minute close wherever it closed on the open, right? So if it grab liquidity to the upside first, then I will put a sell stop for the continuation, right? Not right now. Wait for the 5 minute closures here.
It drops so low. That's the thing. But if you zoom out a bit, right? I mean, 1 hour possibility, right? Possible you can actually just fill up the entire range down there. Because at this point, the USD is in dominations.
Sell stop.
You mean sell stop or sell limit?
Sell stop. I'm putting sell stop. Wait for more pullback. So let's say around sell stop around 6. Right, 6. I'm putting a sell stop 6. And 96.
Exactly
96 on the flip, right? And on the flip and the push down here. 96 area. Right? So it's not dropping yet.
It's dropping soon.
And zoom in closer. So I'm gonna take like a 35 pip stop loss, will be good.
Above the wicks.
Yeah, I'm not in yet.
Yeah, I think above the 1 minute wicks is fine.
Let's see. Right, I'm in. So I'm using like 95. Oh, okay. 20 pips right here. I'm setting a break even here. What the fuck?
Yeah, I just feel
oh shit.
20 pips already.
I'm in break even, but it's coming back, dude.
Yeah, no worries.
No, it's still dropping. Still dropping, guys. Still dropping. I'm in break even already.
This market is crazy.
Holy shit.
So much.
Right, so let's give you a 50 pips closures. 50 pips closures.
Yeah, I think 50 pips is nice.
50 pips. Oh, it's coming back.
Yeah, we're in the sell, guys. We are not planning to buy. Right.
It marked 30 points, man. It gave a 30 points just now. I didn't close it.
30 pips, sorry guys.
30 pips.
Yeah, we've been trading USD for too long. Yo, at this point, I think we'll just continue to the downside.
My TP is 1890. My entry was a sell stop 1896. All right. So riding the continuation. Yeah, riding the continuations here. All right. But I'm in a break-even mode, so hopefully it will not bounce back here.
Yeah. So at this point, it's trying to.
Oh, nice. All right, let's go. Anyone, if we in this trade, you can close. Maybe you want to close here, or you want to close partials.
Yep. But for those guys, yeah, I think you can. What do you think? You can close 80% already, just like our previous way of doing it. But it's tapping soon, bro.
Okay, I trade. Oh, it's dropping.
Oh, you just
I'm closing. Okay, I closing 50%. I close 50% on the news trading, right? But the thing is, we are not doing some gambling stuff. We are not risking too much. We want to be in control. In control means like we set a stop loss. At least the stop loss will be respected, right? But if you trade it during the news, for example, on this candlestick here, the first 5 minutes of NFP news, all right, if you put a sell stop,
slippage happens, spread widen, and then your stop loss will not be protected. You need a lot of risk going on. So if there's a strong momentum, right? So we ride it for the continuation just now on this sell stop, right? Just now, okay. Yeah, it's like going to 100 pips already. So it's better than you actually do ride the momentum after the news, alright? Even though today, right, this move does not play out. I'm only risking 35 pips, it can be 30 pips, alright? Instead of risking your whole account here, right? So we are risking this much. And then when we are in 15 pips, I quickly set my stop loss at break even, just let it ride, right?
So that's about it for today's videos, how to trade the high impactful news. Hit the like button for me and let me know what video I should do next, and make sure you check out the playlist of the trading course in the descriptions. And always remember, trade with the right mindset.